Last week I came up with 5 goals to better myself and my surroundings. They were 1, to ride to and from work to minimise my carbon footprint. 2, to drink no caffeine for the whole week. 3 was to tidy my car and my room and my office. 4 was to spread some love. And 5 was to learn some chords on the ukulele. Goal number 1 was really hard. I had to first buy a bike and then motivate myself to ride to and from work for the whole week, regardless of whether it rained, hailed or shined. So I had to go buy a bike, so I went to Plenty Valley shops, and I went to Kmart, Target, Aldi and Rebel Sports, and not one of them had a bike that was big enough for an adult male. So I had to then go to a bike shop. I got there at about 4 o'clock on Sunday and they were closed, and so then I had to quickly rush down to Epping to Big W for a last chance to try to find a bike, and luckily half an hour before they closed they had some bikes for sale, so I bought one and brought it home. My first ride to work was pretty uneventful on Monday morning. I rode to work after building the bike. It didn't rain, the sun was out. It was not very easy riding up the hills. I'm very unfit, but I managed to do it. It wasn't until that night that I had my first problem. I was about a quarter of the way home and then my pedal fell off, so I had to walk the bike about 3/4 of the way in night time, so it was dark, all the way home, so that was a lot of fun. The next morning I put the pedal back on the bike and I managed to ride to and from work without it falling off. It was a pretty sunny day, as was the rest of the week, so I was pretty lucky. By the end of the week I didn't find it too difficult getting up the hills, so it was not too bad. I think next week I might give it a go, even though it's not a part of a goal. I think it's just a better way for the environment and for me to minimise my impact. Drinking no caffeine was actually easier than I thought. I had a headache on Sunday night and Monday night and my sleep was all messed up. But by Tuesday I was fairly fine, and Wednesday I was right as rain. So by the end of the week I didn't really have any cravings for Coke, and I was fine just drinking water or drinking other soft drinks. So that was that. Tidying my surroundings was the easiest of all the goals. I'm not a messy person inherently, so I spent a couple of hours going through my uni work and other work that I brought home, and by then it was fairly easy to just tidy the rest of my stuff up. My office is not too bad, so it only took about 20 minutes, and my car was just the same. It was just pulling everything out and sorting through it and then either taking it to work or leaving it in my bedroom. Here's what they look like now. Spreading some love wasn't a very difficult goal to do, but because it wasn't a progressive goal I just kept putting it off. But Saturday night, once I got home from the football, I just sat down, bit the bullet and did it. But I'll let Mick from Saturday night explain. I've come up with an idea of sharing some love. So what I need is a pen, some paper, some stamps, envelopes and a phone directory. So what my plan is to do is to write some appreciative letters and then to send them to 3 random strangers out of the phone book. So first I need to write some letters. Okay, I'm done. So I'll read it out to you. So it says, "Hello. This is not a letter you screw into a ball and discard in the trash. Neither is it a letter you wrap in tissue paper and keep under the bed. It is a letter for when it rains or when you are blue, for mourning over loved ones or mornings when you just don't want to get out of bed. It is a letter of appreciation for all that you are and all that you do. It can be summed up in 2 small but powerful words. Thank you. Thank you for having such a unique sense of humour, even when some people just don't get it. Thank you for working so hard. Thank you for being open to change while upholding tradition. Thank you for following the law and knowing when to bend it. Thank you for being you. When you are feeling sad or you just need a break, please remember there are people out there who appreciate the person you've become and the battles you have fought to get here. Sincerely, Anonymous." Okay, so now what I've got to do is find 3 random strangers out of the white pages or the phone directory to send it to. So the first one is going to be H. Elliott from Alexandra. So that's the first one. Let's try the second one. Okay, I don't know if I know how to say this. Prilic, I think, P-R-L-I-C, from Merciful. And the third one is P. Jamison from Kilmore. So not very far from me, seeing that I live in Kilmore. And I'm not going to tell you the street, but it is a very close street as well. So I hope those three people like their letters and it brightens up their day. My fifth goal of learning the ukulele chords was actually really fun, but I did have some help from Sunny. Meet Sunny. So Sunny helped me to learn the chords, and so together we will show you. So the first chord I'm going to show you is an A, a C, a G, an F. So there's some chords that I learned on the ukulele. My 5 goals for next week are to 1, write a song using some of the ukulele chords that I've learnt so far. Number 2 is to honour my forebears. Again, I'm not sure what that means, but we'll just see how it goes. Number 3 is to create a better video. So I'm going to buy some new software and I've got to learn how to use that for next week's video. Number 4 is to create a Facebook page for myvloggoals to help have even more people keep me accountable. And number 5 is the Live Below the Line campaign. The Live Below the Line campaign is a way for Australians and other people in the developed world to open up a dialogue about extreme poverty. The challenge is to live for 5 days on the international extreme poverty line. And so that's eating for about $2 Australian a day. And that's the same in US dollars and about £1.20p British pounds. You can't accept food or use food you've already got without factoring in the cost. So to make it simple, I'm going to go down the shops with my $10 and I'm going to hopefully come back with enough food for 5 days. The challenge officially starts tomorrow on Monday, but I've started today because I've got birthday commitments on Friday, so I'm going to go from today, which is Sunday, all the way through to Thursday. If you would like to find out more about the Live Below the Line campaign, then visit their website. I'll leave a link in the description. After 1 week of my vlog goals, I feel ready and raring to give the next 5 a go. I had a lot of troubles over the last week, but I'm glad I kept my resolve and did them anyway. I might not have changed the world yet, but I know at least I'm changing myself inside. So I'll see you next week on my vlog goals.